All right, so we are finally starting section 2 of this chapter. So 3.2, it is about slope-intercept form. Okay, and we wrote slope-intercept form on the very first page of our notes in chapter 3. We're going to write it again right here. Okay, y is always y, x is always x. You can't have an equation without both x and y in it. We talked about last week, m was the slope. This week and today we're going to talk about b being the y-intercept. I'm going to explain what that means. So go ahead and write that down. Okay, this is our big equation for this week. We're going to be working with this all week long. Okay, so what is a y-intercept? Well, a y-intercept is where it crosses, the line crosses the y-axis. So in this case, my y-intercept would be here at 4, because that's where my line crosses. Okay, let's do another one. Where would your y-intercept be on this one? Think about it a second. It would be at 0, because that's where it crosses. This one. It's not supposed to be tricky. This one's at -1, because that's where it crosses the y-axis, right there at -1. And the last one, it crosses at 2, because that's where it crosses the y-intercept. So that's what a y-intercept is, where the line crosses the y-axis. It's not supposed to be tricky. It's just literally where does it cross? Right there at 2. Okay, so now that we got that part, we're going to do some easy examples here. Example number 1. Name the slope, and y-intercept. So here's our first equation. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Okay, what is my slope in this equation? Well, where it's right here where m is, what's in place of m here? 1/2. So my slope is 1/2. What's my b? 2. That's it. You're just mixing and matching where your slope is and where your y-intercept is. Here's another one. Y equals -3x minus 5. So my slope is going to be the number in front of x, so that'd be a -3. And my b is going to be not just 5, but it's a -5. Okay, let's do one more. This one's kind of a weird one, but I want to show it to you because you might run across it. It does have a slope and a y-intercept, even though it looks like it doesn't. Now remember, slope is the number in front of x. What number is always sitting in front of x, even though it might be invisible? A 1. So my slope is really 1. B, if I don't have anything at the end of this, then my slope is just 0. It would just be 0. Okay, so that's step 1. Hopefully pretty simple there. Step 2, we're going to be writing the equation for the lines. Oops, sorry. Okay, so we have graphs. I know you at home do not. Let me cut my first one out here. Okay, so this is my first one. So to write my equation, I always start with y equals. Always, no matter what, y equals. Okay, then I have to find my slope. So I take my lowest point and I'm going to count up 1, 2 over 1. So my slope would just be 2. But then I look at my line. Is this a negative or a positive? It's a negative slope. So it'd really be -2. You could put -2 over 1 if you wanted to. We always like to simplify it, so we just keep it -2. -2. After your slope always comes x, and then your y-intercept. So where is it crossing my y-axis right here? Well, it's crossing right there, and that's up at 1, 2, 5, 6. So plus 6. And that's it. That is your equation. Up 2 over 1, it's a negative slope, so -2, and then it crosses way up here at 6. Okay. Just going to go ahead and put the rope. Might help if they're the right side up. B. Adjust everything here. Okay. So this is B. We're starting with y equals. Now I find my lowest point, and sometimes on your homework, I don't think there's any points, so you're going to have to put points on there for yourself. I'm going to start here. How far up do I go? 1. How far over? 3. So my slope is going to be 1/3 because I went up 1 over 3, and it's positive because I'd be going puff, puff, positive up that mountain. After your slope, don't forget to put your x. And then where is it crossing my y-axis? Right there at 0. So I could put plus 0, but it looks better with just that. Okay, try to do this one on your own. Pause it and try to do it, really. So it's going to be y equals, count your slope. So start here, how far up do I go? How far over? Is it positive or negative? It's going to be a positive, puff, puff, positive. I went up 3 over 2. Don't forget your x. And then where is it crossing the y-axis at? Down here at -4. Okay, we got one more. Once again, pause it. Try this one on your own. We got y equals, my slope is positive again. I'm going up 1 over 1. So just be 1x plus 1, because it's crossing right here at a positive 1. Or I would probably write this as y equals x plus 1, because I don't like writing the 1 in front of that. All right, that is today's lesson.